All right, welcome. Come on in. Don't be afraid of my scary voice. Definitely a little bit hoarse or scratchy. Not sounding so good. This is the third day in a row I've been here dealing with this raspy voice as I try to shake a lingering cold stuck in here apparently. Hi, this is First Alert Chief Meteorologist Steve Beylon live in the First Alert Weather Center. So, in the interest of trying to preserve my voice, we'll keep this live stream a little bit on the shorter side, but don't worry, we'll give you all the nuggets of knowledge that you need to know about the weather over the next few days. So let's start off by looking at First Alert Viper Max. We're still picking up on some light snow that is falling out of the clouds in far northern Door County, Menominee County, Michigan. Let's loop the past 3 hours, and you can see those snow showers towards Highway 8 diminishing. And other than a few flurries up there, I doubt you saw a whole lot. You see, what's happening is there's some dry air in the atmosphere, the lower levels of the atmosphere, and as those flakes fall out of the clouds into the dry air, a lot of that has been evaporating before reaching the Earth's surface. Roads have been reported to be just fine, according to the DOT, across much of northern Wisconsin. As these snow showers came across north central Wisconsin during the overnight hours, we did have some partially covered roads in around Tomahawk and over towards Rhinelander, but now road conditions appear to be just fine. So we've got some sunshine that is emerging in the Fox Valley after seeing some daybreak clouds. I suspect we'll see sunshine and some occasional high, thin clouds, which will give us some filtered or milky sunshine from time to time. When I say milky sunshine, that has Emerson's eyebrows going up. He's like, what? So milky. So sometimes when the high clouds come across the sky, they kind of cast that white glow to the sky. We may see that from time to time today and tomorrow. So there you go. Milky sunshine. Or if you want to be a weather traditionalist, you can just say partly cloudy. So it's going to be a mild day for the middle of March. We'll have a high temperature of 50 degrees in Green Bay, but it is going to be a little bit cooler along the lakeshore. Now, right now, our temperatures are pretty uniform. Lots of low and mid 30s, 32 in Oshkosh, 34 in Appleton. We do have some 20s in the north. It is 27 degrees in Escanaba. But later today, we'll have more of a range in those high temperatures. Here's First Alert Pinpoint Predictor with highs near 50 in the Fox Valley, some mid 50s in portions of central Wisconsin. The coolest high temperatures will be along the Lake Michigan shoreline, the lower half of the 40s from Sturgeon Bay down towards Sheboygan. The big reason why is because, well, the wind. As we get an onshore east to southeast wind around 5 to 15 miles an hour, that blows some of that refrigerated cold air out over the lake onshore. So that's why Sturgeon Bay to Sheboygan is not going to be as warm as our inland folks. But as the wind begins to pivot around to the south over the next few days, we're all going to see a warming trend, especially inland, where on Friday and Saturday, our high temperatures will be back in the low and mid 60s. So very similar warmth to what we felt on Monday. Remember we broke all those record high temperatures on Monday? Well, it's going to be just as warm as we wrap up this week. But we are warming up ahead of our next weather maker, and we've been first alerting you to this over the past few days. 3 things to watch as we head into the weekend. Late Friday night, we're expecting some thunderstorms, and some could have some gusty winds. And strong non-thunderstorm winds are possible on Saturday, and that has prompted a first alert weather day for Saturday. We'll get into that in just a second. And as the storm system begins to move away on Sunday, it is going to turn sharply colder. There might be a few snowflakes flying around to start off Sunday morning. So let's focus especially on Friday night into Saturday. That's when our severe weather outlook is low. However, we will watch for a possible upgrade. And again, Saturday is a first alert weather day. So what's happening is that the jet stream is about to buckle off the California coast as a major storm makes its way inland. Heavy rain causing some mudslides. They could actually use the moisture out there, but when it all comes down fast and furious, that can cause some serious issues out there in California. Now, when this low pressure system begins to pivot into the plains, it's going to produce a widespread episode of severe weather across the Midwest, especially in portions of the mid-Mississippi Valley. We may be looking at a tornado or two down towards St. Louis or Memphis, Tennessee. Now, as these storms move their way from southwest to northeast across Wisconsin Friday night, they will have a tendency to weaken. However, they still could be strong enough around and after midnight as they push into the Fox Valley and portions of east central Wisconsin to cause a bit of a ruckus with some wind gusts exceeding 40 miles an hour. So this is where we have a level 1 risk of severe weather on our 1 to 5 severe weather scale, which basically means that Southwest of Green Bay, Friday night, there is a marginal risk of severe weather. We can't rule out an isolated, strong or severe thunderstorm with wind gusts around 40 to 60 miles an hour, perhaps some hail up to an inch in diameter. So let's go to First Alert Pinpoint Predictor. Now, as those thunderstorms come on through, I expect some leftover showers with perhaps a clap of thunder on Saturday. Saturday is going to be just a windy day because we're going to have south winds that are gusting around 40, perhaps up to 50 miles an hour across east central Wisconsin. While the entire day Saturday looks windy, the strongest winds, according to Pinpoint Predictor, would be in the early afternoon. Southwest winds could be strong enough to cause some issues for those who are traveling on bridges and overpasses, especially if you're in a high-profile vehicle. Wouldn't shock me if the wind causes a few isolated power outages, if any tree branches get taken down, and if you have any loose items in your yard, well, you probably should make sure those are secure before we head into the weekend. Otherwise, I suspect you'll be sharing those objects with your neighbors in your neighborhood. So there's your First Alert Super 7-day forecast with temperatures going up and then coming back down. So we go from 63 on Saturday down to a high of 39 on Sunday. Sunday could have some snow showers if there's any minor accumulations. It probably wouldn't last very long. The snow would melt away with highs working their way back into the upper 40s as we go into Monday, which is St. Patrick's Day. All right, one other little nugget of knowledge for you. Let's show you what's going to happen tomorrow night for you stargazers. So there's going to be a total lunar eclipse. These are safe to look at. This is not a solar eclipse. This is a lunar eclipse. And so what happens is that the moon passes through the Earth's shadow. And as it does, it often takes this rusty red color, or sometimes people say it's a blood red color. Regardless, we should be able to see that total lunar eclipse late Thursday night. I wanted to stress late because it's really not going to start until after midnight. The peak part of the eclipse is going to be near 2 a.m. So either you have to stay up late Thursday night or get up really early Friday morning to see this neat stargazing event. It's all pretty much done by the time we get to 4 a.m. early Friday morning. So there again is your First Alert Super 7-day forecasts with some filtered or milky sunshine the next couple days, mainly dry weather, and then we'll have a chance of some wet weather and a lot of wind as we head towards this upcoming weekend. Depending on how you're watching our live stream, we encourage you to watch and follow our free WBAY First Alert Weather app. You can scan the QR code on the screen if you're able to, and download that app for free right to your electronic device. Of course, we don't charge you a penny for it. It's free, and the information is updating there frequently. In fact, we'll update that forecast on the app before you get to see it on the TV side. Now, you want to make sure you watch Action 2 News at noon. Meteorologist Emily Mers is going to be on, and she'll be going through the very latest weather data and updating that forecast. And I'm very confident that she'll be tracking that weather very closely as we go into this upcoming weekend. So keep an eye on what Emily is doing, and she'll keep you in the know with what Mother Nature is doing. All right, my voice is not completely gone. So I will be on Action 2 News mid-morning. That is starting at 9 o'clock in about 15 minutes with Aisha Morales and myself. And she'll have the top news stories and much, much more. And I will recap your weather once again. Otherwise, thank you for watching our First Alert live stream, and hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. And thanks for spending some time with us.